Welcome to KBM Sports Talks. I'm Kevin, you guys. And today we got our American Conference, or the AAC, preview / prediction video, you guys. Hit that like button. The goal for today's video is 3 likes. And hit that subscribe button. Join the KBM Sports Talk family, you guys. Because the goal is we're on the road to 75 subscribers, you guys. Make sure to hit that. And you guys, let's get into the video. So, there is no divisions in the American Conference, you guys. It literally goes 1 to 11. We are going to be doing, you guys, is going 1 to 11. But we're going to go 11 to 1. So, we have finishing 11th place and finishing in last place in the American Conference, you guys. It is the Temple Owls. The Owls last year went 1-6. Their only victory was against USF. And USF ain't going to do much better than what Temple's doing this year. Temple, 2-10, 0-8 in the American. Their 2 wins will come against Wagner, and it will be against at Akron. Those are the 2 wins that Temple will get. That's about it. They have for them, it's a pretty hard schedule outside of in the non-conference. They have at Rutgers, and they play Boston College. And then they have Wagner and at Akron. It's not terrible, but for them, it's very hard. I don't see them winning a game in the American. Yes, that means that I see that USF is going to beat them. But they do have 5 returning players on offense, and they have 5 returning players on defense. They have a positive, at least their defense last year was ranked in the top 100, they were 87th overall defensively. So that is a positive right there. And also is it a positive for their offense? They were ranked 100th. I mean, that is a positive. They have basically a whole new starting quarterback. They have a whole new running back. They have a lot. But the one positive they can look at, Temple, is Jadon Blue is still there. He had 41 receptions, 371 yards last year, and 5 TDs. That is something to look at if you're a Temple fan. Now, who I have finishing in 10th place, you guys, in the American is USF. I think they were just like Temple. They will finish 2-10, but I think that USF will pick up 1 victory in the American. Yes, they do have a lot of starters returning on that offense. 9 starters returning on the offense, and they have 6 on defense, you guys. And we're ranked 90th overall nationally in offense and 94th overall in defense, but I don't think that they have enough to do what their schedule is. They start with NC State, then they go to Florida, then they go to Florida A&M, which is a victory. I think that's where one of the victories is. And then they go play SMU, or play at BYU, then they SMU, then they have Tulsa, then I think they pick up a victory against Temple, then they go at East Carolina, Houston, Cincinnati, at Tulane, and at UCF. So it's a brutal schedule. It really is. Think that they will pick up the victory against Florida A&M and Temple. Think those are the 2 victories. I don't see them winning any other games. I really don't. They're like Temple. They do have some really good players returning, but you guys, I don't think that their team is good enough to beat. They have good players, but I don't think that they can beat. That's just my opinion. So, 2-10 finishing in 10th place. Now, let's go to who's going to be finishing in 9th place. So, who I have finishing in 9th place, you guys, in the American Conference is the Navy Midshipmen. Well, they are going to finish there with the 4-8 record, you guys. They have the potential to go 5-7, 6-6, but I think 4-8 is going to be their thing because, you guys, this is the hardest schedule I think Navy has ever had. They start off with Marshall, then they go to Air Force, then they go at Houston, UCF, SMU, at Memphis, Cincy, at Tulsa, at Notre Dame, East Carolina, at Temple, and then versus Army. They don't get a break, you guys. Yes, they get Temple. Ooh, they do. Yay. That is their only big break. They have a team that is going to wow. 8 of their opponents out of their 12 teams they play went to a bowl last year. That is scary. So that's why I say that they will finish 4-8. And 4-8, you guys, if you're a Navy fan, coming out 4-8 after that schedule, how hard the schedule is, that's a victory. And if you get 5 victories out of the schedule, that is a major, major victory, you guys. That is something to look at for them because they really do have they only have 4 starters returning on offense, but they do have 8 returning on defense, and that defense was ranked 49th overall last year in the nation. So maybe that could help them win a game or two, but I just don't see them winning a lot. I see 4-8 is they're going to be finishing in 9th place. Now we go to 8th place. Finishing in 8th place, you guys, I have Tulane, the Green Wave, you guys. Tulane. Love their helmets, love their logo, love their colors. That baby blue, I love it. But I don't see them finishing higher than 6th place. I say 7 and 8 and 9 is where they're going to be at. Think that they will make a bowl. They will have a possibility to make a bowl. They do. I have them finishing 5 and 7, but they can go 6 and 6. They are one of those teams that really can go 6 and 6. They have the potential. They have the team. They have a great young quarterback that is on the rise. Michael Pratt. He's a freshman. He had 1,800 yards last year, 8 interceptions, and 20 TDs. So he had a really decent year for a freshman. Something to look forward to. And they do also have a pretty hard schedule for non-conference. They have Oklahoma, then they have at Ole Miss and UAB. That's pretty hard right there. But they also have USF on their schedule, so that is a positive. I think they will finish 5 and 7, you guys. Last year they did finish 6 and 6, but I think this year they will finish 5 and 7. Just because I think that those games against Ole Miss and UAB are going to be the ones that hurt them the most. It's 3 losses right there. Then I think they're going to lose to SMU and Houston. And then they have Cincinnati, UCF. Think right there, those are going to be big losses. That's a hard thing right there, you guys, to look at. They have a hard little stretch of games. That's why I got to say I think they're going to lose a good amount of their games. But I think they have a really bright future because I'm looking right now, and they only have 1 senior on offense, you guys. And they have 9 returning starters. So only 1 senior out of 9. That's scary to think about. They are a team of the future. Now let's go to who will be finishing in 7th place, you guys. East Carolina, the Pirates. I feel like the American Conference has some of the coolest uniforms in the nation. Think that East Carolina will finish 5 and 7, tied with Tulane in 7th/8th position. They do have a very good team coming back. They have 2 great running backs, which is Rajay Harris and Keaton Mitchell. They're 2 freshmen too, you guys. It's a great duo. Really young team in that aspect. They really do have a really young team. 10 returning starters on offense and on defense. Great thing to look at right there, you guys. Team to look for is the East Carolina Pirates in the future. I say they finish 5 and 7 this year, tied with Tulane in 7th and 8th position. Now I have finishing in 6th place, you guys. This is where it got challenging. 3, 4, 5, and 6 was so challenging in this conference. The American is a very tight conference, you guys. 3, 4, 5, and 6 are so close that they can go any way. It could be whoever I have 6 can go into 3rd place. Whoever I have in 3rd place can go to 4th, 5th. It's so close. But who I have finishing in 6th place is Tulsa. 6-3 record last year, 6-0 in the American Conference. They did lose in the American Conference Championship to Cincinnati. But, you guys, I have them finishing in 6th place because I just think that they lost their leader on defense, Xavier Collins. I think that does throw a lot. Yes, I know that 10 of them return on offense and 9 on defense, on offense. But I think that losing their quarterback is a big thing too. They also lost him too. So I think that is 2 big losses right there. They're 2 big leaders. So I think that will put a little damper on it. And they also have a pretty hard schedule. They have Oklahoma State, at Ohio State, You guys, that is a hard one right there. And they play at SMU, at Cincinnati. Those are really hard games. And they're at their home. So that is a bad thing right there. That's where I say they pick up they pick up losses all right there. So I think they will finish 6-6 in the American and finish in 6th place, you guys. That's where I see them finishing. Hope you guys agree. Probably won't, but hey, tell me in the comments. I'd love to see. Now let's see who is going to be in the top 5. Who I've been finishing in 5th place is the Memphis Tigers, you guys, with the 7-5 record. Last year they were 8-3, 5-3 in the American. Well, this year they are going to fall back a little bit with a 7-5 record. I think they will finish 7-5 because they lost their quarterback this last year coming in, but they also just don't have that spark that they used to have. Don't think that they think they are a good team. They have a really decent team. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but they don't have that spark like they used to. Calvin Austin III is going to be a player to look for. And also Morris Joseph on the D-line is going to be another player. They have some good players, but I don't think they're going to be able to compete and move up past 5th place. I think that 7-5 and in 5th place is a great spot for Memphis this year. They are another team. They are very young. They only have 2 seniors on offense, and on defense they have 2 seniors too. So they have 4 seniors in total. That is an amazing thing to see. Memphis is a team of the future. So if you're a Memphis fan, be excited for the future. This year you will go to a bowl game. You're going to be 7-5. That is my prediction. And who I have finishing in 4th place? Well, you guys, it is a tie between 2 teams. Can you guess? Tell me in the comments if you can guess the 2 teams. Pause the video and tell me in the comments. So I say SMU, you guys, will be the team to finish in 4th place, but technically 3rd place because they're tied with the other team. They will finishing in with a 8-4 record, you guys. They have 9 returning players on offense and 7 on defense. Out of that, the 9 players coming back, that is an amazing because they were the 12th ranked offense nationally, and they have 9 of those players returning. That is an amazing stat right there, you guys, to see. I love it. They do need some improvement on that defense. That is where they struggled last year. That's where they picked up those 3 of those losses because their defense was 78th in the country. That is something that they really should improve on. But that offense with Bentley coming back, a big thing. Rice, Gray, Robertson Jr., something to look for. And it's something you guys, we got to pay attention to because that offense can strike at any time. And it's going to be an amazing team to look out for. They are another favorite to win the American too. Now, let's get into who is going to be finishing, who is tied with them. Well, you guys, who is tied with SMU? Well, it is the Houston Cougars are tied with SMU with that 3rd spot. 8-4 record, both of them. Bang. Hey. That's what I'm talking about. 8-4. Hey, 8-4 record for both of them. I think that Houston, they do have a really good team, but I think that SMU has just as good as a team. Last year they were 55th in total offense and in total defense. So, hey, 55th to 55th, that's a great thing. At least they're consistent on both sides of the ball. 55th, 55, 55. I mean, you can't complain. They have Clayton Tune returning for quarterback junior year. Last year at 2,048 yards, 15 TDs, and 10 interceptions. He's got to cut down those interceptions. He cuts down those interceptions, then they'll be fine. Then they will do pretty well. But that's where we have to see. But I think tied in 3rd place with SMU is a great spot for Houston with an 8-4 record. Who I have finishing in 2nd place in the American Conference is the Knights of UCF. Yes, you guys, I say they're going to finish in 2nd place. Well, you guys wonder what record? 9-3. Bounced back after a very, very, very disappointing year last year with the 6-4 record they had last year. 5-3 in the American. Terrible. I think this year they're going to come back and have a pretty good year. 9-3. They start off with a pretty hard game. They have Boise State first game. That is not an easy rollover game. That is a hard game. It's going to be a great game to watch. But I say Boise State, probably, I don't know. I just say UCF will finish 9-3, you guys. They do have Dylan Gabriel. He is a Heisman hopeful. And they also have Jalen Robinson returning. He's a sophomore. They only have one, they have three seniors, you guys, on offense out of the 8 returning starters. That is a big thing to look at if you're a UCF fan. But their defense only has 3 returning starters. So they have a very inexperienced defense, and they were the 123rd ranked defense nationally last year, you guys. And they only turned 3 of those. So it's a brand new start if you guys think about it. So maybe they can improve. It's something to look for if you are a UCF fan. Cannot wait to see. And now we go, who is going to be winning the American Conference, you guys? Well, you guys, it is going to be back-to-back championships. 2 Cincinnati Bearcats, returning 6 of their starters on offense and 6 of their starters on defense. They return Desmond Ritter, senior quarterback, Heisman hopeful. They did lose a running back last year. They did lose a couple pieces, but you guys, they are going to have a really pretty good year. They have 2 big games at Indiana and at Notre Dame. I think they're going to lose both those games. But I think that's their only 2 losses. I think they'll go 11-2, 8-0, and I think they will win the American Conference back-to-back. I think they will beat UCF in the championship, American Championship. And a player to look for is senior wide receiver Jordan Jones. I did an interview with him. Go check that out. I do think that he is going to be someone to look out for because he is a really good player. He transferred from Arkansas. Someone to look for with him. And just a team, Cincinnati is a team that is so, I think they deserve some more respect this year. I think that they are going to get it. Can't wait to see what Desmond Ritter does with that Bearcat offense. Can't wait to see. Think they're going to win it back-to-back this year. So, let's see. If you guys agree with me, tell me in the comments. If you don't, tell me what you guys think. I'd love to hear it. Goal for today's video was 3 likes. Hit that like button. Join the KBN Sports Talk family. Road to 75 subscribers. And until next time, see ya!